Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Fallout 4. And check out my fancy power suit army. Yeah, I just set these all up here. Obviously, a number of these are still kind of mismatched. They're missing different parts. What I tried to do is actually set it up so that, like, all the 60B, 60B, 60. This is more 60 stuff for the most part. But I mean, these two. Actually, these two? No, this one's all 60. This one's kind of a mishmash. This one, obviously, is just the 51 stuff. This is the 45 stuff. And this one is all 45 stuff as well. And we didn't quite have enough for everything. But I didn't go through and repaint any of these or anything yet. I actually went through and upgraded this. So it has a stronger carrying capacity, it raises my intelligence, and it will actually motion assisted. Shoot, what was that? That does something else as well. But alright, so we actually did a lot. I spent actually probably several hours after the last video going through and making sure everything was upgraded as much as possible. I actually, in here now, see, you'll notice I have a lot less weapons. Maybe you won't notice, but I do have a lot less weapons than I did before. And that is because I cleared everything out. Except, honestly, these miniguns. I should have done that too while I was at it. But I have one of every baseline in here now that I've come across. That's not everything. So it's all organized. Same thing, I did the same thing with armor and all that, and any clothing options. This steamer trunk here is now going to be used for me to put unsorted items into. But yes, I moved everything here. I went to all the everything in the supply line and moved it here. But we're gonna go ahead and move on. I'm sure you're all finding this extremely exciting. But we're gonna teleport out here. We haven't been to the airport yet. This will be a good chance to explore it, and then we also have a mission that's here that is all about saying hi to people. It's an investigation mission. Oh man, I went to Taco Bell today. They're getting goddamn expensive. I don't know if it's just where I live or what, but it's almost $2 for a bean burrito now. It's pretty goddamn insane. Chipotle costs almost as much for 3 bean burritos there as it does for a thing at Chipotle, and Chipotle is a lot more appealing.
There's always another fight ahead of us.
Yeah, that still sounds like Ashley to me.
Hesitating to pull the trigger on any of the Commonwealth scum can be fatal.
Can you believe synths are replacing humans with exact duplicates?
Did any of you have anything to say? Well, obviously you have something to say.
Like getting shot, never turn your back.
It's an initiate, a scribe. None of these are anybody important. You? Why are you here?
Looking to get a citation?
Proctor.
Can you kindly blow me?
Longer and longer.
Oh, she actually doesn't have legs. I haven't noticed that before.
Treat your power armor well.
Okay, so let's go inside here. Inaccessible. That one guy did say he was going to reward me with another suit of armor.
Hail, Knight.
Hell. I don't like where that's going. Hello, Hubflower. Okay, this is all outside area. So once I own this place, I can maybe clean this all up a little bit. Probably not. I'll get screws and stuff for unpacking it though. Knight Lucia.
Knight.
If you need something, report to Sergeant Gavel.
I'm also wearing a hat, a helmet now, rather than the flight helmet.
Oh god. Mole rat on a stick is a really bad idea.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to eat a mole rat. I don't know about the stick part. I'm assuming you don't eat the stick. Look at these things.
Initiate.
This is a restricted area. Check in with Sergeant Gavel.
Fine. I'll do what I'm supposed to do.
Sergeant.
Let me guess. Captain Kells sent you?
I'm just looking around.
Damn it.
This is a supply depot, not a tourist attraction. If you don't have business here, clear out.
Fine. Hop, 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 hop. Oh, it's got a flower in it. I didn't notice.
There's no time to waste when there's...
Shut up. 13 times stim packs. Okay. Mirelurk eggs. Bottles of liquor. Yeah, nothing. What are we sending out? Uh-huh. A portable minigun was on that last one.
There's work to be done.
Okay. Like that. Why? What purpose does that serve? Is I guess what I'm not getting.
Lancer Captain Kells is one of the finest officers I've ever had the pleasure of serving.
Oh, I bet you did. Hello.
Gavel.
Let me guess. Captain Kells sent you?
That's right.
Let's take this somewhere more private. Follow me.
They just don't let you.
Jackson might appear
We've
compassionate,
converted this
but I
section
can
of
assure
the
you,
terminal
the
into a
Institute will
pirate
say so.
Shut up.
Everything the Brotherhood needs to operate passes through here. Supplies from the Pridwin, salvage from the field, we handle it all. Access is strictly limited to the logistics detail, and we track every crate, every bullet, every...
Sorry, I just want to double check. I did spend my points here, right? Okay.
bolt that comes through that door.
Is this is the private area we were going to?
Which is why I don't take kindly to these accusations. I know every soldier in this unit. The thought that anyone would question their loyalty makes me sick. If you've got questions,
Burp, burp,
ask.
burp, 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 burp,
Otherwise,
burp, burp,
stay
burp.
out of our way.
You.
Tell me about the missing supplies.
We're down over 20 crates, if you believe the scribes. All food. Dried meat, Instamash, mac and cheese. It doesn't make sense. I could see someone stealing weapons or tech, but our thief goes to all this trouble for a lifetime supply of cram.
Where should I begin my investigation?
You shouldn't. This is a waste of time.
Thanks, that's
I've already
helpful.
spoken with my men. They haven't seen anything. Tegan's scribes just fouled up the books again. If you insist on questioning someone, go bother Lucia or Clark. I can spare them.
Well, that's nice.
Lucia and Clark?
Knight Lucia and Initiate Clark. They were just posted to this detail a few weeks ago. They're still learning their way around, but I'll have them in shape soon enough. If you have to badger someone with your questions, it might as well be them.
Tell me about the logistics division.
I've been in charge of this unit for almost 10 years now. We're a small group. We stick together. And we keep the Brotherhood running.
That's all for now, Sergeant.
Take my advice. Poke around a little. Then tell the captain to let it go. It's not worth your time or mine.
Well, that's fantastic. Are you sure those new guys, you sure you don't want to just come out and say it was one of them? Because that's kind of where you're going with that.
Copper wire. Could you tell me where... Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think we've met. Knight Lucia, Logistics. What can I do for you, Knight?
Do you have time for some questions?
Oh. You must be here about the missing supplies. I'm not sure I can be of much help, but, what do you want to know?
Hui.
What's the security like around here?
It's tight. At least 2 knights and a scribe on duty at all times. And we've got the entire base right here. We don't have much to worry about.
Is there any way to get past all that security?
Well, you'd have to be in logistics. We're the only ones authorized to bring supplies in or out. Then what? Well, there's no way you'd get a full crate of supplies off base. With all the patrols, someone would notice. But why steal anything in the first place? The Brotherhood provides everything we need. No one here has any connection to the Commonwealth. I don't know. None of this makes any sense.
Maybe it's someone's just being nice and, like, feeding starving people.
Do you know anything about the missing supplies?
Not really. I've heard it's mostly food and, vacuum tubes? No, sorry, they just lost those.
You lost some vacuum tubes. How often are supplies lost around here?
Someone had just filed them in the wrong place, apparently. Clark found them the next day. The little things do happen, but it never amounts to much. The sergeant may complain, but Proctor Tegan and his scribes are very thorough. 1 or 2 crates, maybe, but not this many.
What's it like working in logistics?
It's not a bad post. Sergeant Gavel is tough, but I've learned a lot from working here. I guess some people take to it and some don't. Like Clark.
What about Clark?
We joined the Brotherhood around the same time, about 2 years ago. We've always been friends. Well, until recently.
Why? What happened?
I don't know, honestly. He's just been distant lately. I'm sorry. It's probably nothing.
That's all for now.
Let me know if you need anything else. Now, where was I?
So you're the new knight, I heard. Glad to have you on the team.
Shut up.
You're here about the thefts, right? Look, I already told Sergeant Gavel everything I know.
You already spoke with Gavel?
He questioned the entire unit. None of us saw anything. Look, I want to get to the bottom of this as much as anyone. What do you want to know?
What's the security situation here like?
We're in the middle of a hardened military base, under constant guard. Nothing's getting in or out of here without us knowing about it.
You really think the base is that secure?
I do. And even if something did make it into the supply depot, there are knights on duty in here at all times. We'd see something.
Tell me about the missing supplies.
I really don't know anything. I've heard the rumors, same as everyone else. But that's all.
What rumors have you heard?
Well, they say raiders with stealth boys hit the terminal every night. That supplies disappear faster than we can bring them in. It's a lot of garbage. I usually work the night shift. Believe me, the only thing you risk dying of is boredom.
Tell me about the logistics unit.
There are what, 10 of us now? Something like that. Our division reports to Proctor Tegan, up on the Pridwin. Sergeant Gavel handles day-to-day operations. He's run logistics for years. Other than the sergeant, there's Lucia, me, the scribes, and a few other knights who aren't fit for field duty.
Lucia?
Excuse me, Knight Lucia. We joined the Brotherhood together. She'll probably get assigned to a patrol team soon. Me? I'll still be stuck here.
That's all, Initiate.
Knight?
Yep, I'm gonna steal all your fusion cores. Well, I guess you only have one, so... I'm stealing your one fusion core. Oop. Yeah, no, I don't know that I really need
Good luck. I told you it was a waste of time.
anything to be marked still.
I questioned every soldier in this unit. I didn't find anything. You're not going to find anything. If you insist on going through with this, stop bothering my men and go look for some real evidence. Hell, you've got the captain's backing. You could search every damn berth on the Prydwen, and no one would raise a finger to stop you. Now, is there anything else you need from me?
That's all.
So he thinks it's the Prydwen. Although I do wonder, hello. I do wonder if there's any way up there, or if I have no option but to fast travel. That should look familiar. It's all foggy. Has been a while since we've had a nice clear day. Boston Airport ruins. Yeah, they're a little bit of jackasses. I don't know, there were some people. Okay. Okay. So my area is not the same as the Brotherhood of Steel's area. So that's interesting. I do not share the same area as them. I share the area outside. I'm just curious. What would be... Oh, I guess you can get on the vertibird.
Babysitting fields.
If you find any technical documents, why would you get Pullman for analysis?
That's what technical documents were for. Maybe I'll have to go back to that military compound I was at. It's kind of a whole hell of a lot of nothing around here.
You know those synths with the plastic faces? They creep me the heck out.
So yeah, I've got synth friends. I've got ghoul friends. If this is like Fallout 4 in New Vegas, then I will even have... I can build, like, along the edge here, it looks like. But yeah, if this is anything like Fallout 3 and New Vegas, then I will also end up with a super mutant companion. You're not anybody, I've already been up there. Alright. So we'll head up to the Prydwen. There aren't very many people down there. He said there's 10. It's interesting to me that he can't remember, that he's just kind of taking a guess at it. Although, even with such a small number, it is kind of hard to keep track of the number. Okay, so they're telling me to go up here. We might as well keep following this.
Attention. Bravo 6-4, report to Armor Bay 2. Bravo 6-4 to Armor Bay 2.
Okay. Clark and Lucia. Don't mind me, guys, I'm just breaking into all your stuff. Ooh, from Lucia. Lucia's personal key. I want to see what all this is about. From Lucia. Have you been in my locker? Clark, what's going on? After all we've been through, I can't believe you'd do something like this. Look, this is too much. Touch my things again and I'm reporting you to the captain. But I have her personal key. Knight Lucia's log. Please select an entry. Today was my last day as an initiate. Tomorrow morning I'll report to the Elder for commissioning. I'm finally going to be a knight. Brotherhood is everything I would hoped for. Family, honor, security. I've met with people in Vision like Elder Maxon. Made friends like Clark. Proven myself in battle. I can't imagine going back to civilian life. My only regret is that Clark will not be going through the ceremony with me. Do everything together, but he's been avoiding me lately. He just wanted to talk tonight, but he just went to bed, said he wasn't feeling well. Year 2, day 18. Today I stood before the Elder. He spoke of my life before the Brotherhood, my time as an initiate, my future as a knight. It only took a few minutes, but it felt like it was the most important conversation of my life. A few of my friends were waiting outside to congratulate me, even Proctor Ingram, but not Clark. I heard later that he hadn't reported for his duty on shift on the bridge. None seemed to know where he was. It was almost midnight before he got back, and he went to bed without saying a word. Day 23. Clark and I have been posted to logistics at the base. Working supply may not be as exciting as patrol, but needs to be done. Clark seems to resent it, but when he talks to me at all. I'm worried about him. I've always looked up to Clark, but he seems like a different person lately. He's just given up. At first, I thought he was just jealous, but there's something else going on, something he isn't telling me. If I can get him to open up, maybe we can still work things out. 34. Getting out of hand. Clark has been late to his shifts 3 times this week. Did he forget each time I've found him and made sure he didn't forget again. But I can't keep covering for him like this. I think Sergeant Gavel is starting to suspect something is wrong. When I got back last night, my footlocker was a mess. I think Clark has been going through my things. What's the matter with him? Why won't he talk to me? Okay, so now we need to go talk to Lucia. She seems to know that something is up. You know what? Shoot, before I do that... Like I said, the one guy said he was gonna make sure I had a better suit of armor or something waiting for me. So I'm gonna head...
Attention. Any soldiers who have not yet received a field assignment from Proctor Tegan should speak to him at once. That is all.
I'm gonna head back here where all these were. Nope. Nope. Okay, I'm not really sure what that all was about. You're in here.
Dance.
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
depends.
My power armor systems are within normal oper. You just give the word.
Ready.
Rod?
Okay, so I'm gonna send him. Gonna send Hancock to Sanctuary Hills.
Nothing to report right now, Knight.
Okay.
I never liked having squires in the proportion. But Maxon thinks they need to train under fire.
Well. Okay, there he is. There you are, Hancock.
Hey, what we discussed earlier. You're gonna be discreet with that info, right?
What info are you talking about?
You know, the stuff about me running out on the folks in my life. I was just thinking about it, and it makes me sound kind of loony. And folks are already pretty well disposed for thinking I'm nuts, you know, being a politician and all. So you're not gonna go around blabbing any of that, right?
I would never betray your trust like that, Hancock.
And don't think I don't appreciate it. You know, I wasn't kidding before about this being the
Okay, I wasn't expecting him to actually launch into more exposition.
helping the people with a friend like you.
Couldn't agree more. Can't think of anyone I'd rather have at my side.
And I ain't going nowhere. Well, thanks. Again. Now, you want to get this freak show back on the road?
So yes, that incidentally is what I wanted to talk to you about. Freak show.
Out again?
Let's do it.
Done.
Keep away from me, you filthy ghoul.
Don't flatter yourself, crew cut. You ain't my type.
What is going on with you? Sending you to Sanctuary Hills.
Don't let that rule out your sight.
Again, I do kind of want to go crazy and kill everybody here. Good Neighbor is the only town I've found that I don't want to kill everybody. Well, maybe that one place too. What was it? Bunker Hill.
Technology should be confiscated or collected. If you're looking for another safe
Let's go back to the airport. Alright.
I think she loves her little zoo a bit too much.
Little zoo with her mole rats?
The last person that disobeyed.
Shut up. You.
Can I help you with anything?
You've been covering for Clark. Why?
What? What are you talking about?
I read your journal, Lucia. I want to know what's going on here.
Just matter of fact like that.
All right. Clark and I joined the Brotherhood around the same time. He's been my closest friend for years, but since the battle, I feel like I'm losing him.
The battle?
Battle for the airport. It was our first real combat mission. It was something to see. The Pridwin coming in under full vertebrate escort, guns blazing. We were one of the first teams to hit the ground. Dozens of ferals. We opened fire and cut them down, and hunted the ones that tried to run. It was everything I had hoped for. But Clark, he hasn't been the same since. It's like he's just given up.
Let me guess, it
Since
wasn't
then, I've noticed him
ferals.
slipping off by himself, once or twice a day. I never thought much of it, but do you think you could follow him? See what he's doing? His shift should be over in a few minutes. Maybe it's nothing, but I'm worried about him.
I'm guessing it wasn't ferals.
All right, that's it for today.
Yeah, I'm guessing it wasn't ferals, and it was actually regular ghouls. And he realizes this and is like protecting a couple of them. Wild speculation. Wish I could confirm, like switch so I'm looking over the other shoulder. Did he detect me?
Hey, what are you doing out here?
I'm just out for a walk, Initiate.
Don't sneak up behind me like that. This place is bad enough. I'm gonna head back in a few minutes. Don't wait up.
Okay. Wanted me to break line of sight. He took off running there. Oop. Yep, he went to this inaccessible door, which is no longer inaccessible.